Okay. All right, the Architectural Review Board of the Town of Southampton now come to order. Welcome to the September 17th, 2024 meeting. Ms. Doyle, the ARB attorney, would you please read the legal regulations for our hybrid board meeting?
Yes. Good morning. In accordance with the Town Board's adoption of Local Law Number 14 of 2022, boards meetings are being held both in person here at Town Hall and by a video conference through Zoom webinar. The link to participate in this meeting via Zoom can be found on the town's website, the town clerk's agendas and meetings portal. You can also watch the live stream video and submit written comments through the town website. For anyone attending via Zoom, if you wish to speak during the meeting, please click the raise hand icon. If you're here in person, when your application is called, you can come up to the table here. Just please state your name and hamlet of residence for the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Doyle. Now please rise. Mr. Rump, the Vice Chair, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Rump.
You're very welcome, Mr. Chairman.
And Mr. Jankowski will be late today. So, Mr. Burke, would you please read the roll for us and notify us if we have a quorum?
Sure, we'll do. Mr. Wright.
Present.
Mr. Tagliavia.
Here.
Ms. Keys is absent.
She's Zooming, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, will.
Cool. Mr. Burke, I'm here. Mr. Rumpf.
Here.
Chairman Cherrier.
I'm here.
And Mr. Jankowski is going to be late.
Right.
We have a quorum at this time.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Burke. Appreciate it. Did the board members that were present review the minutes of the August 20th, 2024 meeting?
Yes.
And were there any errors or omissions? Found none. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
And do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded to approve the August 20th, 2024 minutes of the August 20th, 24 meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Fine. Any old business come before the board before we start with the published agenda?
None, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we'll start with the published agenda. Okay, the first item on the agenda is a site plan review. Luis Riggio Horse Farm at 8467 Seven Ponds Toad Road in Watermill. Would the applicants please come up?
Hello.
Hi, and would you coming up, name and your connection with the project.
Of course. Michael Shannon, Commissioner Science Research Associates, on behalf of the applicant. Here with me, I have Bailey Larkin Esquire from the name Reed, the client's counsel, and John Hamilton from McGarty Design, Landscape Architecture. And on Zoom, I believe we also have Carol Vanderbosch, who's the architect.
Okay. All right, thank you. Kevin, is Ms. Keys on Zoom now? Okay. All right. Okay, well, you can present it. And Mr. Rump, do you mind handling this? Because it was your area at one time.
Well, not a problem.
Okay.
Sure.
Great. So there is actually go to the first page of that. Yeah. So this is right now. There's an existing arena. This is a horse farm, a 46-acre horse farm in Watermill on Seven Ponds Town Road, and there's an existing indoor riding arena and horse stable facility there. This building will be demolished and a new structure will be built in its place. We had gone through the necessary work in order to make sure that the building could be expanded into the proper areas. Kelly, could you just go to the second page? And And so this is just a rendering of what the new structure will look like. The existing structure is going to be completely removed. So these are new buildings that are going to be built.
What's the comparison of square footage from the old to the new?
The existing structure is 21,600 square feet. The new arena will be compliant with the code where the indoor space will be 24,000 square feet.
Okay.
And then there's a breezeway in between the two, so that they're two separate buildings. And the stable building is the footprint is 10,383 square feet. There are 2 stories on the stable building. The second floor is, which is just in the center portion you can see there, which is like a staff office area. This is a private horse farm, just so that everyone knows it's not this isn't a place for commercial or horse riding lessons or anything like that. This is a private establishment. Is Carol on Zoom?
Yes.
I
Can
can
you
lead us
hear me?
through if she's not, but I just wanted to ask.
So, can you hear me, Mike?
No?
She is. I could hear her, but
I-
she's
Yeah.
very
Oh.
low. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Hi,
Yes.
Carol.
Yeah.
There we go. Hi. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Mike. So yes, the function of the new buildings is the same as the existing buildings. We've just arranged things a little differently. So as Mike explained, we have 2 separate buildings. The function stays the same. The materials and architectural style is in keeping with the other buildings on the site. We have cedar shingle siding, some heavy timber natural elements, a standing seam metal roof that gives us the longevity and durability of the metal roof. We are also planning for some solar panels, which are the dark rectangles on the arena roof. The lighter rectangles are skylights that go across the ridge of the arena and the stable. So those are the main architectural elements. The function stays the same. And then we do have a question of, since we've submitted these drawings to the board, we had some design tweaks from the owner for mainly cupolas and dormers. So we wanted to ask if we could present that to you.
So the plans that were referred officially by the planning board have a cupola design on it, and we just have like an alternative cupola design that would be able to ask your opinion on. Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
If you want,
Yeah, great.
if you want to change it, this is the time to do it.
That's why we thought that we would bring it up here.
Yeah.
If you actually go to the so that's what it looks like in rendering. So it's a little bit more. Is there
It's more of a spire look, I
Yes.
would call it, as opposed to just a traditional hip roof. And our dormers went from a gable end to a hip roof to match the end hips on the main roof. The center portion of that cross aisle, the main entrance, there's a porch roof that we've extended side to side a little bit and changed the windows. But those, those were the main changes. So the cupolas now split the skylights that run down the aisle, as opposed to the previous version that had one long skylight with a cupola at the end. So now it's more centered and we have more windows, whereas before they were louvers. So they're minor changes, but it is a change from the last design. And in the next page or two, there is a side-by-side comparison, so you can see it maybe a little more clearly. If you keep going down to maybe the next page. There we go. We have some bubble highlights of what's changed.
Can you just zoom in a little bit?
So you can see below is the previous design, and the highlighted portion up top is the current design. That's our plan now, with the new cupola design.
And fewer dormers.
Okay. Mr. Rump, comments? And
I have no comments. I think it's a very beautiful building.
Mind, Ms. Keys is on now, on Zoom.
Whatever you want to do, Mr. Chairman.
So, just to bring you up to date, Ms. Keys.
I've been here the whole time.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
We just didn't see you.
It wasn't let in.
So
Oh.
I've got it now.
So you heard everything that went on?
Yep.
Okay, fine. Can we have, well, Mr. Rump, can we have your comments?
I have no comments. I
Okay.
think it's a
You know,
beautiful
there is a
building.
landscape, plan here.
Would you like to just go through the?
No, I think it's far enough off the road that I
Yeah,
don't think the
this is
impact
pretty far.
visually
Yeah.
is necessary. So I had no issues with that because I looked at it at the office before. So
Right, and
Just like to make
I
sure.
looked at it too. Ms. Keyes, comments?
I think I agree with Mr. Rumpf. I think it's not much change of use. It's not necessarily that much more land and maneuvering, and I think it'll look beautiful.
Great, okay.
Thank you.
Right. Mr. Jankowski, comments?
I apologize for being late. I had to go to a fire call. So from what I've seen, everything looks good.
Okay. Mr. Burke, comments?
No issues.
Okay, Mr. Tagliavia, comments?
No comments.
Mr. Wright, comments?
all good.
And I don't have any comments. I totally agree with both leads of the area at this time. So, and I looked at all of this ahead of time, like Mr. Rump, the landscape, and it looked fine to me. Because I'm pretty sure I know where this located is, and it's far enough off the road. and everything. So, any comments from the public on this? If none, then a transmittal letter will be sent to the planning board regarding our comments.
Okay.
So, and thank you very much.
Would it be possible just to indicate that you have no issue with either of the alternatives? Just so
Oh,
that
no, it'll be
it will
specified.
be specified?
Ms. Meyer, it'll be specified that the cupola, the modified design on the cupola is the preferred.
Okay,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
current south
Yeah.
elevation, it's called.
Yeah,
excellent.
okay,
Thank you.
Right.
Just want to make sure.
Thank you for your time.
Right,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Good luck.
right.
Very much.
Yeah, I think
Thank
it'll be a nice improvement.
Yes, I think so too.
Thank you. Next, we have a site plan review sign application. And this is 35 Montauk Highway, 35 Montauk Highway Watermill, and the applicants come up, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I have to recuse myself on this application.
And you're the lead. Okay,
I'm sorry about that.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
Chicken.
Yep.
Okay, all right, since I'm familiar with the area, because area is bordering the south and Watermill, and I'm just looking at this, yeah, Ms. Keyes? Okay, since this is below your area, but would you want to handle this?
I'd prefer if somebody else did because I can't really see the information on it on here.
Okay, fine,
Yeah, I
then
don't have it up yet. I'm waiting for this
I'll handle it
laptop
then.
to
Thank
Okay,
you.
would you present
open
it
the
to the?
PDF.
I'm Leo Vienna from Vienna Signs, the sign installer.
Jay Decker from BMW Southampton. I'm
Right.
the applicant.
Yeah,
Nice
we're
to see you
familiar
again.
with you.
Yeah, it's been a few times.
Right,
So we're proposing 3 signs, 2 wall signs and 1 pylon sign. You want to start with the wall sign or?
yeah, we've got to break this up into 3 separate,
Okay.
yeah. And
waiting, but nothing's happening. I've opened these like 5 times, so.
you,
I gave them physical copies. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Share.
Thank you,
Basically
Ms.
replacing
Meyer.
the sign that was there.
Okay, we have to, we'll list the sign number 1 as the wall sign. You want to,
Sign number 1 is actually the pylon sign.
well, let's do it in that order
Okay,
then. Because we're going to have to vote on each one.
no problem.
Which one you guys doing first?
The pylon,
Is that labeled sign 1?
We
Sign-
have here,
no.
sign 3.
Sign 3.
Sign 3, right? Sign 3 is the final one.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do sign 1, which is
Sign one
the
is
That's the front of the building.
front of the building.
top-
We'll all
top.
sign then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it's basically just replacing a sign that used to say Mini Southampton. Same.
Right.
Spot, same
Let's see,
sign.
let's see.
Oh, there we go. Finally.
Here it is. It says BMW Southampton on it,
Correct.
and you're using the BMW colors.
Yes.
It's
And
basi-
that is the name of your business, BMW Southampton,
Correct.
correct? Because we went through this legally at one time. Regarding, okay, I have no problem with, it's sign number 1, it's the wall sign. And it will state BMW of Southampton. Mr. Jankowski, comments on it?
Is it gonna say BMW Southampton, or is it just gonna be the symbol?
No, it says BMW
Symbol.
Southampton.
Yeah,
because
the whole
the
thing.
symbol's at the beginning of it.
Oh,
Right,
okay, so
the
that's
beginning.
how it is on the.
Right.
Right,
Yeah, okay, I'm okay with it.
okay, fine. Okay, Mr. Burke?
Yeah, no,
comments?
no issues on that.
All right, Mr. Tagliavia?
I have no further comments.
Okay, Mr. Wright?
All good.
Yeah, and I have no problem with it. Okay, do I hear a motion to approve sign number 1?
Motion to approve sign number 1 as submitted.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Motion has been made, and, well, any comments from the public on this? If none, then, motion has been made to approve sign number 1 as submitted as a wall sign, and seconded, and all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Okay, that's approved. Sign number 2, which is
It's the service mic
Service.
on the
service
east
sign,
elevation side.
the service sign.
This is backlit with LEDs.
It's 3/4 of an inch acrylic, and that is going to project off the face of the sign, and it's going to have a stainless steel overlay and LEDs inside. So.
LEDs inside the letters? Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, because that could be a problem if it was the whole white area.
No, it's just the letters. It's sort of and we're not open at night anyway out here, so it really doesn't matter.
So like the halos.
Yeah.
What?
Like the halos.
Like the
Yeah,
halo.
like a halo,
Kind of,
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which is allowed or preferred, actually. So, yeah, looking at this, it's gonna fit with the scale and everything else. I have no problem with it. Mr. Jankowski?
No issue.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Burke,
No issues.
Mr. Tagliavia,
No issues.
and Mr. Wright?
None.
No issues? And
No issues.
this one, do I hear a motion to approve?
So motion to approve sign number 2 as submitted.
Yeah.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
The
Second.
motion has been made and seconded to approve sign number 2 as submitted. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Fine, that's approved. Let me just make a note of this. Then we have sign number 3, which is the pylon.
This is 3.
And I don't know if I have sign number. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have it on my sheet. I don't know, maybe it just fell out.
Is it the 1.3?
No?
Well, you can have my copy.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, yeah, I'll just look.
We have it up on the screen now, too.
Yeah, they've got it.
Got it
Oh,
up there.
thank you. Let me just see, it's gonna be like this. Fine. And what is
So
gonna be
the
like?
bottom sign, it's not lit. It has exterior lighting, which you see those two
Right.
light fixtures, and that's just stainless steel cutout letters adhered to the face. of
And the
sign.
face is the white background,
Yes,
and what material?
aluminum.
Aluminum?
Yes, the letters are stainless steel. The the panel, it's aluminum.
How tall is the sign? I can't see from the,
How what?
tall?
Tall,
It's 8 feet.
8 feet, yeah, which is permitted
Yeah.
in this area.
Yeah.
Okay,
The top sign is just, it's LEDs, the logo, and it's a vacuum form piece, just the logo, and LEDs inside.
and so only the BMW will
Correct.
be lit,
Yes.
correct? Okay, fine. Okay, I have no problem with that.
It has also some LEDs, it's just very minor, along the post, around the column, but it's a very minor thing.
Is it gonna light the whole column, or is it spots?
No, it's gonna light up the whole column.
The whole column will be
but
lit.
it's,
Yeah,
so it's gonna be around here and here, but you're just gonna see a line, it's very.
you're just
thin.
gonna see a white line then,
Exactly.
or faded, sort of, yeah.
Exactly, it's very,
Yeah, I have no problem with that, and
you can barely see.
I think there is no problem with it. Okay, Mr. Jankowski, comments?
You put the number on there, that's the one thing that we always try to ask for, and that's for emergency services. The only thing that I have an issue with is I don't think we're gonna be able to allow the up lighting.
That's what I was wondering. With
Um,
the LED.
This dark skies compliant that's been around for a long time, so the fact that you have the LEDs in it, I think that's gonna at least help where it'll light up, and then your BMW light up, but we're not gonna be able to allow the up lighting of any signs. So those gotta come out, all right? So if you wanted to do another strip on top of the number one, so it kind of downlit, that's permissible,
Yeah.
but not the uplighting.
All right.
All right, sorry about that.
Good catch.
That's it for me.
Okay. Mr. Burke?
Nothing further, no.
Okay, Mr. Tagliavia?
What is the center portion of the sign being left open for?
That's just in case there are changes among the company or whatever, or a new item comes in, so that we can add it, but.
Right, so I just want to make a comment that,
We used to be a mini dealer.
right,
So before we were BMW and Mini, so the Mini logo would probably go in there if we were both, but we gave that up 3 years
Lara?
ago.
okay, so if there is going to be anything put there, we just ask that you come back
Right.
for approval.
Yeah.
But the wall sign has another logo on it too, besides BMW.
It's got an M,
It's got that.
which is BMW's sports car, the M, like the M3, the M4.
Yeah.
So we're a certified M dealer, you have to do certain things to be a certified M dealer, and they give you that logo.
No, it's the I.
It's the I.
Oh, the I, oh, the electric.
That's
okay.
the electric.
The electric car.
Yeah.
So you have the
See
BMW
how long
and
that
the
lasts.
electric, for the electric.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also M though, also?
So you're not putting the electric in that blank spot on the sign?
You mean
What blanks?
On the,
on the post, on the,
Oh,
right
that's,
sign,
no.
yeah.
on this one here?
yeah,
No.
okay.
Yeah, just on the wall sign.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what I
wall.
figured.
See how long
I
that lasts.
saw that and I figured, but it's.
Yeah.
It looks more like a design element than anything, so. You know, okay, Mr. Wright, comments?
No, I'm going to go with, agree with Ted.
Okay. On this, that's on the lighting. Okay, do I hear a motion on this?
So I'll make a motion to approve as submitted with the removal of the up lighting.
Okay. All right,
I'll second.
okay, and motion has been made and seconded to approve as submitted but removing the uplighting. Any comments from the public on this before we vote? None? Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Then it's carried. Okay, all three signs are approved
Great, appreciate it.
with the addition, with the deletion of the uplighting.
And we can add a strip of LEDs, just top and bottom, so we can.
Well, we've got to do that now then. I mean,
Do you want
I wish you would have come up with this first. We can do an amendment to it.
I don't think it's.
I mean, they already have it on the column.
You have it on the.
You know what I mean?
You
So-
don't need it. Yeah, okay, fine.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yep.
And the sign
Thank you.
itself right? We already said that that's gonna be internally lit, that's gonna be on the monument.
Because that's,
The top section, the logo.
yeah, I think you're gonna probably be better off without the uplighting,
Oh, yeah,
so,
with our neighbors.
yeah.
Yeah, and just that LED, just make sure it lights up to 35, because that's really
Yeah, the
the number
35
that
is-
if we're
is-
coming at
yeah,
night for
Is
anything, that's it.
essential,
That's it.
yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you,
All right,
gentlemen.
thank you very much.
Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Do you want me to take those samples? Or
Yes.
you're okay?
Yeah, no, we're fine. I'm glad actually, I'm glad you brought them, just actually see that where the lighting was gonna come out.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day, gentlemen. Thank you.
Yeah,
You guys too.
Thank you. Okay, next we have a sign at 6 West Montauk Highway. Okay, Mr. Tagliavia, this is
Morning.
yours?
How are you?
Yeah,
Yes, I believe last time we just asked him to change to an approved color.
It's completely different now, and it's made in two colors. It's pretty sick.
okay, Mr. Tagliavia.
What is the material now?
It's right there. It's PVC for the.
Okay.
Okay.
It's PVC for the logo, and I don't know how to pronounce it.
And all the letters, I'll wait for,
Yeah, Mr. Rump to come in.
And I also have the measurement for the building.
right. Now, is this all one combined letter, and they're not individual letters, it's one sign that's sort of outlined and cut out?
Yes.
Around the
comes
shapes of the
yeah,
letters?
Yes.
Now, are you taking the whole bottom floor, or are you taking which unit? Are you?
Yeah, the bar.
The whole bottom?
Yeah, the whole.
All
bar.
3 doors belong to you? 1, 2, 3? To come in, are those 3 doors? Or
Well,
two?
yeah, the middle one is the one for the upstairs apartments, the two on the left and the right are to the restaurant.
To the restaurant, okay.
It is actually the two and the middle one and the left one is facing this way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a door for the restaurant, but there is inside there is a separate door for the apartment.
Yeah, okay.
So you're blocking the third door?
But, no, I'm not
No.
blocking any.
No, I was just asking if there was gonna be another like,
Business, yeah.
business or whatnot in there for the placement, that's all.
No.
Are you doing
Merged
any,
together in one.
are you
Okay.
doing any lighting to light the sign?
Last time we talked about lighting, you said like no,
Mhm.
like
Okay, just
I
wanna make sure.
wasn't sure about anything about light. That's why I didn't wanna go for it.
Okay.
In the future, if I come back for it.
I mean, I think the scale is right. I think it looks much better. It fits more with the aesthetic. And then in terms of having bites and drinks, is that allowable, Mr. Chairman?
I am not, well, it's not actually a product.
So it's not
So,
advertising.
Yeah, it's not advertising a specific product,
So I have no issues.
so, okay, fine. Mr. Rump, comments?
I have no issues, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Mr. Jankowski?
No issues. Thank you he did everything that we asked him to, and he even put it up higher too, so you see how it goes with the windows?
Yeah.
We had asked that also, and then you took the awnings off.
Oh yes, I did.
Yep, all right, and then, yeah, so you did everything that we asked for, I appreciate that, thank you, so I have no issues.
Is the number on the door?
It is.
It is?
It
Okay,
is,
'cause I
yup,
didn't see
for
that.
the
Okay.
actual, yeah, rather than
Great.
have it way up high, it's
Yeah.
just, like a sticker on the door.
Okay,
Great.
fine. Okay. Mr. Burke?
No, I
comments?
think it looks good.
Mr. Wright, comments? The only comments I have is, are those the colors you're gonna use for the building, or
Yeah, those are colors that are in
they're exactly like that?
and everything.
Yeah, he's just-
Not in the-
Touching it up, that's exactly what it looks like when we go by, so it's white and a brown.
White and brown?
Yeah, or
It-
off-white,
it
like whatever
looks
you wanna call
like
it.
aqua, though.
It's not.
Just the way
Okay.
the picture is.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it's an off-white or a neutral
You're
white.
leaving the,
It's because I got the paper and the scanner. That's why it looks like that.
You're keeping the
He just
existing
cleaned it up.
colors.
That was it.
Yeah, you're just cleaning it up, you're not painting it aqua then?
No, it's,
Okay.
yeah, it's not.
All right, fine. Okay, then I have no problem with it.
Thank you.
Okay, we need to vote on this. Wait a minute, no, this, comes from,
No, it's a
I
sign
gotta
out.
make sure, is it administrative or not?
No, it's a sign
No.
out.
Sign,
Yeah.
it's commercial? Okay, we still have to vote on it, cause it is a sign.
I'll make a motion to approve as submitted.
As submitted, okay, do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion is made and seconded, and is there any comments from the public on it? If there are none, fine. The motion has been made, seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None.
Thank you. You're all
Thank
set.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Good
You're all
luck,
set
man.
on
Thank
the,
you.
on the sign.
Good luck.
Yeah. Great. Next is, on the agenda, substantial residential. 111 Rose Hill Road and 111 Rose Hill Road Watermill. Is the applicant available? And please, good morning. Please state your name and,
Michael Lamont from Stella Montgomery Architects in Bridgehampton.
Okay.
Been a Southampton town resident for
right.
30 years. I have distributed.
Hey, Michael.
How you doing?
Hmm.
Good. These for the pavement, but I tend to over compare, so. Maybe this is helpful. Great, thank you. This is everything that you see here, other than the street photos, is in the file. So, just sort of a brief outline. The owners of 111 Rose Hill Road, longtime Watermill residents who tend to use this house with their parents, children, grandchildren, and extended family for years. It's not a speculative project. 5.3 acre site, and the family owns the two sites. They own the two
Yeah.
sites going toward toward Rose Hill. The previous owner, who our client just purchased the property from, had actually explored subdividing it with broker, and they actually had some kind of preliminary approval, but our client came in and wanted to build a house just to himself. So there's nearly an acre of land, and if you look at just the photographs on the cover sheet, the first one is from Rose Hill, and you see it's pretty thickly vegetated along the whole property line along Rose Hill.
And will that remain?
That will remain. And then there's almost an acre of property you see when you look at the landscape architect site plan. That will be, it's pretty spectacular actually. The second photograph shows the driveway coming in. It's
Right.
spectacular old landscape, probably about 100 years old. The
And
project,
that will remain.
that's all remain. We're actually closing off the construction access, and we're going to great lengths to protect everything you see coming down the driveway. So the house is completely screened from Rose Hill, and so that we're treating this landscape as sort of a fragile historic vestige of,
Right.
of the original property. We located the new house generally in the same location as the previous house to minimize alterations to the existing landscape. We're adding screening along the northern property. There's a house, there's actually an agreement that you should see the easement agreement on the north of the property, that he's putting additional screening there. There's a grove of screening to the east, which is on the water side. That's all going to remain, which is there. That's going to remain. And then the boathouse is there's a boathouse from, not sure what the age of the boathouse. We think it's maybe the 30s, the 20s, or the 30s. That's going to remain, and he's going to sort of just lightly restore that back to its original shape. And then there's some additional screening through the grove of large trees, kind of on the southeast side there, you see at the bottom. And then there's going to be some additional screening that the landscape architect is putting some additional screening between the pool and the property line to the south. the overall site plan of the house, before we kind of, just talking if you have any questions. We decided to, we decided to have a detached garage and a carport, which is on the northeast side. Just everything was done to try to sort of reduce the scale of this proposed structure. The proposed house, like I mentioned, is for a large multi-generational house, and the massing and the architectural modern is broken down into a series of gabled traditional forms. And the reason we put these sort of zones and broke the forms down to the program and created some interstitial space between the volumes was once again to sort of reduce the overall scale of the structure. And so the house is used, and this is becoming more and more sort of prevalent in some of our recent projects. So the house is intended to be used for the large family, for gatherings, for weddings, but it's also going to be used by just the two primary owners. So another sort of benefit of breaking down the scale of this house is when the owners use the house, when it's just 2 or 3 of them, they don't feel like they're lost in a larger house, but the house will certainly accommodate all of the kids and grandkids. There's the detached pool house and pool areas you see in the site plan. That's to the southeast. And like I said, there's additional screening on that side. And just talking about materials a little bit. I'm happy to, anybody have any questions? I'm happy to. So the house will be clad in a weathered gray Sapelli mahogany rain screen, which you sort of see. I think the architectural renderings, the landscape architect's renderings are a little more what it looks like when it's fresh, but we're intending to let it go gray into weather. And we like the rain screen because when you do siding, there's a rain screen. This is a sample of the siding here. So when you do a rain screen, one, it preserves the life of the wood by allowing it to dry on all 4 sides. It keeps kind of a tailored look with the open joints. And then the water stains are minimized. So we're intending to let this kind of be weathered gray. There'll be some preservative on it at some point once it weathers to a gray to kind of keep it from checking and to have it not deteriorate. But this material, it's an FSC certified material. It's well sourced. It's something we're using a lot these days. We really like Western red cedar, but the price of Western red cedar, and it's very soft, and over the long haul, it's harder to maintain. So the siding and the roofing is clad in rain screen panels that are a different proportion. We have these horizontal lines, and while it's not necessarily meant to evoke the look of a shingled roof, it is meant to have sort of the feeling of a wood roof. And once again, just keep kind of a monochromatic overall look to the structure. And we're incorporating a good amount of solar panels. The owner is very concerned when we started this project to try to, while it is a large house, we wanted to try to be as energy efficient as possible. So we have a pretty robust solar panel system. We're incorporating that into the rain screen roof, so it'll be flush with the roof, so it won't be as visible. In addition, to the solar panels, we're going to have a closed loop geothermal system throughout, so there won't be any mechanical condensers on the property. Energy efficient, pretty much in general, robust insulation package, energy efficient lighting. And I can talk a little bit about the glass. So the glass, this is a sample of the glass that we have been using on projects like this. This is called a SunGuard 6227 is what it's called. It's pretty clear, but it actually has a 62% light transmittance, so it actually only allows it's about a 30% reduction in light transmittance versus clear glass. So then low reflectivity as well. And then the interior also, I think, will be a benefit to reduce some light transmittance. The interior ceilings will be clad in the same wood as the exterior of the building. That's something. Any questions?
Okay, well, the glass, looking at it, I'm a little familiar with it. It's almost like it's clear from the inside, but it's dark from the out.
It's dark, yeah, it's darker. If you look at it next to clear, it you see that it's dark. But
see, I can see through like this would be the inside. I could see you quite clearly. you turn it around.
That's right. That's how it, that's why it's
Yes.
the 30% reduction in light transmittance. And it also is, what we're, we're hoping, we're planning right now to have, if we can, sort of work out all the details, to have hurricane rated as well. So there's actually an extra layer of glass in this too. So it's
Well, I think that is, isn't it almost now hurricane rated?
Without it needs the third sheet of glass, the laminated.
Okay, that's what I've
Yeah.
used. That's why I was
Yeah,
questioning it, because I thought it was already, because we've used the same, almost the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's pretty much I think about the best glass, because it
Yeah.
reduces the glare, reduces the transmittance. It doesn't, you'll feel like you have sunglasses on
Yeah,
inside
well,
the house.
even in the winter, you can touch it on the inside and you're not gonna feel it
That's right.
that cold.
That's right. It's less than 0.3 on the
Yeah.
U value, so it's very
Okay.
energy efficient.
Okay, yeah, the only question I have, because I'm a little familiar with the site, from across the water. I've seen it, and I'm familiar with it. My only concern is at night with the lights on, but this probably will diminish light transmission outside.
Yeah, so
a
like
little.
I said, I think it's a 30. It's just about the best glass, other than going to a much darker glass. But
Right.
it'll definitely reduce the transmittance. Actually, when you see the site plan, if you could just scroll up a little bit to the north.
Yeah.
So that grove of trees there is going to remain, which is along the bulkhead.
So you're gonna keep
So
that, yeah.
that's all going to remain. So the actual view is, and we actually set the house pretty far back. We could have moved the house up to 50 feet from the bulkhead. You can
Yeah.
see we're about 175 feet or something away from the bulkhead. So we located the house pretty much as far back as we could sort of manage some vehicle circulation, and
Right.
generally about where the old one is. So we think that the screening, so the slot is actually, the view slot is really kind of to the southeast, looking through between, there's a small grove of trees to the south, and then the grove of trees, so we feel like there's gonna be a decent amount of screening.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this whole site is fairly screened.
It is
right now. I mean,
from all sides.
All sides, and I definitely appreciate the way you did the entries. You're keeping it the way it is now, and then you go in and it opens up to the driveway with the trees and the lawn. And I have no issues with the house the way it looks, and I think the design is going to be quite good, and it's similar to some of the designs in the area.
Yeah, well, we like, while being modern, I mean, I think we are,
You've
we're
used the
modernists,
gables
and
too.
we're looking forward-thinking firm, but we like the vernacular traditional forms and how to
Right.
kind of keep them. I like the scale with the overhang, so we have the roof, we basically pull the eave and a rake up the side to kind of
Yeah.
keep the roof floating so it doesn't feel voluminous, and let it really be a weathered, kind of a weathered box. And the vegetation, well, the vegetation, certainly the renderings looks really perfect, but the idea is to let the place grow in a little bit more and kind of have the house feel like it's been there.
Because I don't have a problem with it. I recommend approval. Okay, Mr. Rump?
I have
comments?
no issues.
Okay,
I think it's
Mr.
great.
Jankowski?
No issues. I think it looks awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Burke, comments?
Really good.
Okay, Mr. Tagliavia, comments?
No, I think it looks great. Design is
Okay.
beautiful.
Mr. Wright?
No, I'm good.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll motion that.
And I'll second.
You'll second it? As submitted?
As submitted.
As submitted, thank you.
Can we give these back to you, Michael?
Well, I can take it.
Yeah.
I'm getting on recycling.
I get, yeah.
Oh,
I have so much stuff.
What we did,
Thank you.
Well, wait a minute, we haven't voted yet.
Michael, you guys doing a standing seam roof under the
Yes, that's how we've been doing
That's how
the
you
rain
do it.
screens.
Right.
That's what that, it's an inexpensive aluminum roof which will last forever. And then you put the clips
clips
like for the solar panels, you clip the system above.
I was trying to
how
find a
you've done it.
detail just because I was curious.
Yeah,
on that.
it's kind of the sort of the pretty common way to do the wood range.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
I'm gonna keep one for our record,
Okay.
so it goes in.
That's the way we've done it.
Okay, any comments from the public? None? Oh, Ms. Keys, comments on this?
I agree with the lead on this.
Okay, thank you. Okay, no comments from the public. All those, motion is made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. It's passed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks
And
very much.
thanks for the complete presentation. It's appreciated.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the agenda is 343 Great Hill Road, North Sea. And is the applicant available? And Mr. Burke, you're the lead from the area.
Morning, gentlemen.
Okay.
Morning.
Thanks.
I'm Michael Stenson, agent for Mark House Developers. Pretty plain and simple. The only thing when I was here for lot 3, you guys asked to see how the screening was for the roadway for lot 1. So I have a aerial shot that I took offline with Seth. So this is lot 1, and you can see the natural vegetation. It's other property, someone else's property on that. Suffolk County and Brocard Development owns those properties on the edge there, which is about a 15-foot rise off of the road, 14.9 off the roadway. Then it drops down off the back of there another 12 feet. So I'm actually, from the roadway, I'm actually 9 feet lower than the road where the house foundation sits.
So there's in essence a berm?
Yeah, it's
Basically
really a
from-
natural
yeah.
berm. So what
Yeah.
I did was, if you look at that edge, I located, I built a boulder wall on the back corner of the property there that just separates. It's a 6-foot high boulder wall, and then the slope goes up another 3 foot to the top of the grade, and then drops back down to the roadway.
Okay.
Other than that, it's for same house as lot 3, it's color change. There's different. There's a rain screen on the one corner instead of stone. There's it's a gray stucco and gray hardy plank, black windows, floor to ceiling windows, triple pane. Black aluminum fascias.
Okay.
Everything ground light. There's no ground lighting. Everything's LED spot hi-hats in the soffits, shining down on the front of the house. Those ground lightings were just the architect's way of making it look pretty.
So now we've seen 2 lots of the 3? Or
Out of the 3,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the middle lot is going to be the same exact thing too. We're just flipping the house around the other way, and again, we'll just do a color change and product change on the outside.
Okay.
The second one's going to have a different front entry overhang. It's going to be more of just like a slab of steel and cables hanging it over the front entry. So it's just a little different.
What's the square footage here again?
The square footage total with the basement is 12,400 with the basement.
And without the basement?
I believe it was 79.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Yeah, I don't have any issues, especially now that we've straightened out the screening. So I don't have any issues, Mr. Chairman.
Right, thank you very much, Mr. Burke. Mr. Rump, comments?
No issues.
Mr. Jankowski?
No issues, going with the lead.
Okay. Mr. Tagliavia?
No comments.
And Mr. Wright?
Nope, all good.
I'm okay. And yeah, I'm fine with it, especially where you added the screening.
Yes, I really remember.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot you were on. Yeah, Ms. Keys, comments?
I'm in. All's good.
All's good, okay, thank you. Thank you,
You're welcome. I would too.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, totally. Sorry, I almost forgot about you being on Zoom. Okay, do I hear a motion to approve as submitted?
Yeah, I'll make that motion to approve as submitted with the screening to be part of the file.
Do I hear a second?
A second.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded to approve as submitted with the screening added on this. And any comments from the public? If none, then then the motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. So thank you. It's approved.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Gentlemen,
Yeah,
good
thank you.
luck. Enjoy your day.
Okay, fine, thank you. Okay, that concludes the published agenda. Is there any further business to come before the board?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you very much.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you, everyone. Our next meeting.